Qantas is pleased to be able to bring you 108 cities, 32 countries, 6 continents, and assignment. Tonight on Assignment.
The cost of crime.
You know, for weeks, months afterwards, I was too afraid to go downstairs.
Can our cops cope?
I felt safer on the streets of New York than I would in certain parts of Auckland.
Good evening. Have you been burgled lately, had your car stolen, or felt fearful on a city street at night? Well, if you're worried about crime, you're not alone. As we count down to an election, law and order is shaping up as a major issue for New Zealanders. Politicians and police alike are feeling the heat. The crooks are winning is the common complaint from ordinary people, dismayed by the shortcomings of a beleaguered police force. Tonight, assignment reporter Kerry-Ann Evans follows the thin blue line from a tiny community in Northland to the teeming streets of New York, seeking answers from the men and women who make it their mission to keep us safe.
It's at the front line where police believe they're losing the battle with crime.
How's things?
A policeman for 15 years, Andrew Collins loves his job, wears his uniform with pride, and no job too small.
Drive home slowly and you make sure that she's in a seatbelt, not on someone's lap, okay? All right? Okay, well, whatever, but you make sure you have a car seat next time, please, all right?
Tonight he's agreed to speak to assignment without the sanction of police public relations.
It's just tremendous to be able to go to somebody and say, look, this complaint you made last week or last year, we've now identified who did it. We got some of your property back, or we've got all of it, and here it is, can you sign for it? And that is, that probably has to be one of the most satisfying aspects.
But that satisfaction is increasingly rare. Frustrated almost daily on Wellington's Kilbirnie police beat, Collins believes he could and should be doing more to get on top of crime.
No one likes to go to work and find that one of their main goals, if you like, is slipping away, or that you're not able to do what you believed you were going to work to do. I don't want to obviously infer that we don't solve anything, because we certainly do, but I personally would like to be able to solve a lot more. There are massive amounts of property each year that are stolen and never recovered, and there are a lot of people there getting away with a lot of burglaries and a lot of dishonesty crimes. So I certainly would like to be on top of that a little more.
What does that do to the uniform? Does it risk your reputation?
Yeah, I think it sort of can be a little bit of a downward spiral. The more that people hear we're busy, the less they tend to report to us, the less able we are to get on with the job. I think the uniform side of the police is a very, very important part of it.
Andrew Collins cut his teeth on community policing. He lives where he works. He's active in his daughter's school and understands the makeup of his community.
And just in terms of theft cars, we had 4 or 5 last night that came in this morning for fingerprinting and bits and pieces.
Collins and his colleagues are united in their distaste for crime, but the current police resource review is making them wonder how they'll battle crime in the future.
We know that the Commissioner doesn't have an open chequebook, but we all strongly believe that the New Zealand public want crime to be reduced. They want their burglary to be solved. They don't want people breaking into their car 2 or 3 times a year. And it is frustrating too when we know that we could probably deal with a lot more than we do deal with a few more staff.
The police, it's important that the police focus heavily on crime, take responsibility for it.
I applaud him if that's what he wants to do and he's genuine about it, because that's what Kiwis want. That's what Kiwis tell him every day they want, and that's what they deserve. And if he's going to do that, great, we'll be behind him.
Meanwhile, the police review rolls on. It's causing heartburn in heartland New Zealand. Places like Hawke's Bay are still awaiting the fate of their community police. As cutbacks bite, the slogan on the side of police cars, "Safer communities together," has a hollow ring for many. We'll be back after the break.